Ayo, it's me, Kelly Seeks Books, here again with another video. This time we're going to talk about what you should read if you love The Last of Us. So that's a goal. So this one kind of went under the radar, I feel like, in the young adult world, and that's The Forest of Hands and Teeth by Carrie Ryan. So if you like that zombie vibe, this would be a good one to check out. It does have that eerie quality, and it has that real exploration of like human characters and like human psychology going through this. It's about a girl, I think she's like in a convent at one point, and highly recommend. Next we have The Road by Cormac McCarthy. I think that's like the go-to dystopian to mention. This is not for everyone. It is hella dark, hella bleak. I always struggle to describe it, but it almost feels like when you're hitting like the rock bottom of a depression or a depressive period, where it's like this heavy weight on you. It's like full on Dementor. It makes you lose the will to live. Like, okay, I'm not being very persuasive here. It's a good read. It's a really interesting read about this man and his son that are walking through this desolate wasteland, and you know, a dystopian of trying to survive and not being able to trust anyone or anything. But just be warned, it's bleak. Next we have After the Flood by Kassandra. Montag. This is a climate fiction book, which I think is the first one I've ever read. Really, really good. It's about a mother of two young girls, and one of them was like taken away from her by the biological father. And so she's now on a mission. She's like heard a rumor. She's now on a mission to go find her missing daughter. And this is a dystopian future where, due to climate change and all of that, most landmass doesn't exist anymore. It's mostly water. Like, we've gone back to like sea pirates and like small islands, essentially, because the water level has risen so high. And it was a very interesting look at a potential future, and that was like probably the scariest thing of all. But again, you have this idea of like, what do humans become when normal traditional civilization and order are taken away? And that's very Last of Us. And you have this like this mission quest that also is reminiscent of the plotline of Last of Us. So worth checking out for sure. Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. So if you're looking for Last of Us, but with like a more literary flair, this is a great read. The writing is so beautiful. And so it's got that haunting, eerie feel. You've got that human psychology element, but it essentially is like flip-flops in time between before, during, and after this apocalypse that is a like flu-like pandemic, which hits different after COVID-19, let me tell you. It's so good, and like it has this diverse like character cast, and the interconnections that are made and how they bump into each other or how they tangentially know each other is wild. Such a good book. I've reread it 2 or 3 times now. Then we have Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut Jr. So if you like Last of Us but want something funny / quirky, this is an excellent choice. Kurt Vonnegut has a very unique flair of satire and humor and like commentary on current events and politics and things like that. And so you have like this weird religion, and you have like the end times coming element that keeps that ball rolling, if you like it, from The Last of Us, but it goes on its own like little twist and spin, so it keeps it fresh. And then we have Wastelands, Stories of the Apocalypse, edited by John Joseph Adams. This is a short story collection, so this can help you. You have a variety of flavors of post-apocalyptic storytelling to choose from like really big hitting authors. Like, we got George R. R. Martin, we have Cory Doctorow, Stephen King, Orson Scott Card, Octavia Butler. So you might just find not only a favorite new short story, but a favorite new author to check out. And so, you know, like, leave it to a collection, you're gonna find something that hits just right for you. And last, we have The Things I Carried by Tim O'Brien. So this isn't directly a dystopian or post-apocalyptic book, but for those who like The Last of Us, I think this is an excellent book because it is a collection of short stories that are about war, and war, especially emphasizing the human psychology element, how one's sanity becomes warped during stressful, traumatic, unexpected times and events. Like, there are certain things happen in war that just don't happen in peacetime, and that really brings people to the edge of their limit and their sanity, and crazy things emerge. And so you have people who go mad. You have a weird trauma bond that develops, this camaraderie element that develops between people that are fighting together. And, you know, you have this us versus them element that's very Last of Us feeling. So I think it still very much fits the vibe. So there you have it. Those are my Last of Us book recommendations to keep that essence alive if you've been really jiving with it. And let me know down below which one seems to suit your fancy. Any other recommendations you would have for people looking for books that give off that Last of Us feel. Love to know down below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!